Okay, so let's say that you're trying to remediate a few students on how to write a paragraph, and you'd like to use graphic organizers. There are so many graphic organizers out there for different things. It's kind of hard to choose, and it's kind of hard to figure out what each student is going to, what's going to appeal to each student. So I have a couple of examples of graphic organizers here that I thought were kind of fun. This is hamburger writing, and this is flower writing. And both of these are used for writing one paragraph. If you have a more advanced writer who just is struggling in organizing thoughts and needs to write a 5 paragraph essay, you could use something like this to help them organize an outline for what they're going to write. And also, if you were going to do a specific type of writing, for example, persuasive writing, another type of graphic organizer you might use would be something like this. Now, how could you break this up into smaller chunks for those struggling students? Well, the first thing I would do is I would create breakout rooms. And for example, if I were to use this particular image and I had, 3 or 4 students in the classroom, I would go ahead and break them up individually into 4 different rooms. I would go ahead and copy this particular page to those 4 rooms so that when the student traveled into that room, that image is already on the board as I'm showing you as I demonstrate going into each one of the rooms. And this way each student is using the same graphic organizer. Of course, if you know that you have girls versus boys and the girls want to be flowery or whatever, that's fine. You can create it however you want. Anyway, this way, especially with struggling students, they can work by themselves. Sometimes they might feel like they don't want to work in front of other students because they might be embarrassed. And this way, when you move into the room with them, they might be more apt to talk to you more one-on-one and be more participatory that way. Of course, if you were trying to do a group paragraph where everybody is contributing to some piece of the hamburger, you could have them work on their own, and then you could bring them back as a whole group and fill in the graphic organizer together with each student contributing. And it's always fun to let them have the whiteboard tools so that they can actually write on the graphic organizer instead of pushing this out as a Word document and having them fill out a worksheet at home, which is kind of boring. But if you are doing that, no knocking. I'm not knocking you for being boring. I just know that the kids love writing on the board, and as many opportunities as you can give them, structured opportunities to write on the board, the better. So I hope this helps you with using breakout rooms and graphic organizers to help write a paragraph.